Snakewood and that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned.
I'm a kizzy, it's a dog in the spider creeping back on the mission. So you bitch ass niggas see, don't act different. You know I'm with it cause I'm down for the cause. Fuck the police, I'm breaking the law. Big drink, big smoke, and some big guns. To let you know, motherfucker, that I ain't the one. Hey nigga, that but you can call me Dad Dilly, I'm the crib guy. Hard praise in the city, on crib. But see, you better not slip, you get faked down, laid down, all by the cliff. You know the lopes is out, the dogs is out. You know them niggas that you let it hate with no doubt. You know it's DAT and the SPI, we represent West Coast to the day.
To live and die the life, cause these streets ain't playing fair. Niggas want a problem, we can take it. To live and die the life, your own homies that'll take you out. I swear to God, gotta make it out. Die the life, where niggas chucking up gang signs, getting cracking in the summertime. To live and die the life, nigga, all this shit trick. Everywhere I go, I keep it with. To live and die the life.
Oh my mama, I can't believe this. I forgot to insert this in the Turk conversation. Cuz said when he was in jail, he cheated on his wife, but he refused to say if it was with a man or a woman. That was also supposed to be, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna try to make it my business to add that into the clip. I usually forget to do that type of shit. But Frosty the Snowman, young Red Rag, Inglewood, California, got shot. The aftermath of the incident was viral, circulating a couple weeks ago, and people was telling me he was an artist. It was obvious once again it was somebody who had some public popularity that I was unaware of, a young cat, and I didn't realize anything happened. I mean, I wasn't aware of him until something tragic happened to him. And you know, is Inglewood, as far as the Red Rag section, the side which is the majority, has been real popular online lately with the it really seemed to have started with the disrespecting of the mural, the Baby Capone, and then Indian Red Boy, and then it seemed like that there was another. And in my mind, without tapping into the story, you realize we didn't mention it. It just seemed as like it was a continuance or a connection of the same energy or whatever was going on. However, today I saw in my DM that he spoke for the first time on live or whatever since he'd been shot. He was in the hospital bed, and I just can view what he had to say from a lot of different perspectives. I ain't loaded up because from wherever it was sent from me, it was on somebody else's platform, and it's so tagged with they I ain't even tripping on, you feel me? But I wanted to like, man, that's crazy. I should have had it like prepared. I apologize. So if I don't see it soon, I ain't finna even trip it. But Cuz was in the hospital bed, right? And not only did he say at the time, because it seemed like he was on live responding to comments, and somebody must have said you should have had a burner. And it's just cold to realize he said we had 2 burners. He was like, we just, you know, we still was lacking. He says that's where it go out here. And he also said that what impressed me, and I'm not saying impressed like I was like pleased to see, but impressed, just shocked, like it was awesome, and not awesome in a complimentary fashion, but just awesome in, whoa, that's like, hey, that's, I was in awe of the fact that he also said that he got to buy some legs. And I also, I understand it from a general human's perspective, society's perspective, and a Sicilian's perspective, and how sad and pathetic it is to see a young person go through such trauma for such a silly reason, and then be in what consider a lot would be so close to deathbed and be so fortunate to survive. He in there banging hard. He chunking his stuff up. One thing I can mention is that I'm not sure if I saw the whole thing, but for what I did see, he didn't do no dissing. And I know part of this culture and all that little what was been going on with Inglewood had a lot to do with public dissing. But he didn't do no dissing. But what he did let it be known is he has some music coming up that's gonna be available. That he gotta buy some new legs. And he was telling, my legs hurt with a smile. It looked like he was in motion, like an SUV or a van. And he was talking about the G-Wagons following him and the Bentleys. And this is the dark side perspective that I can understand or overstand and understand, which a lot of people don't understand, which I'm not promoting. This is just, you might call that foolish, but this is why a lot of time when you see a lot of public people and entertainers try to attach themselves to a certain element and environment of existence that we have actually experienced, and that some are still experiencing, as you can see. When you call it a foolish, that's what we signed up for being fools, for being foolish. And y'all can call it what you want to, the G code, the script, and all that. As ignorant as we might deem it, and as much as we would like to see our people do better, as much as we don't want to see our children go through or present themselves that way in the public or any of our youth, that's the epitome of what, when you say you really with it and you out here functioning, that's what it's really, what you really saying. On my mama. It's sick and deprived as it is, turning it down after it kind of turn up on you is like not what this is built upon. The same way, I swear to God, I was in Nashville, Tennessee. This just came to my mind out of nowhere. I was with Buck Jenner and we was pulling up like to a rim shop. I don't know if he was finna get some rims, get some work done on some rims or whatever. But it was a white boy walked up and he was hunchback, like, but he looked like he wasn't even 30, and he was like all the way bent over, and he had to look up like this. And he was telling Buck how much he appreciated what he was doing for the town, the culture. He mentioned a certain project. Told Buck, I'm from over there. I'm ghetto too, like woo wop wop. And he was like, I just came back from war. He was like, that's why I got like this. Ooh, shit. I watched a lot of my best friends die. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. He said, shh, I'm ready to go back. My trigger finger still work, but I'm talking about fool couldn't even stand up. But that's the real essence of what it be about when you say you really about it. And that's why it was kind of hard for me to do the little video when the mural first got disrespected, because as much as I love neighborhood Nip the Crip, the Keyway Christ, and I feel offended by it, and I know the whole world does, I also totally enter and understand the essence of the elements of what caused the activity of which one's enemy would feel honored to be able to be the one notarized for doing such a deed. So it's not that in any of these situations I have a dog in the fight other than black life. So, this ain't no gangbang channel. My experience in history and affiliation and fondness for certain section and homies is no secret, but anybody that's familiar with me in no way got me confused with somebody that's pushing gangbanging. And don't get mad about the music that has the underlying soundtrack of the experience out here that we still play and sometimes produce, until we have to stop singing the national anthem, which not only in the third verse includes and celebrates slavery, but even in the verse that we all repeat, it's about dropping bombs. And when you drop bombs, people bleed, bodies die. On my mama. And I'm just, from my perspective of these current events, giving y'all the insight of what La La Land like. You see, after Ricky got killed, the old boy didn't stop banging. Old dog went out doing what it do. That's just how it is in La La Land.
The culture, California set the trend of who we are today, man, in the South. The Crips started 50 years ago. You fast forward to 2020, man, you got niggas dying and killing down here behind Grape Street, behind Hoover Street, and they ain't never been and they ain't never going and they ain't never seen it. But they'll kill you behind it. They die represented. They hurt their mamas for it. They abandon their children to represent. You see what I'm saying? So Confucius once said, he who controls images controls minds. Y'all gave us these images.
Them G's don't play out, la la land is hot. Set up shop, sell them grams and clock. The new slang for Los Angeles is la la land. Yeah. Now he say, she say, I'll get you shot. We just sell them things, evade the cops. Your best come deep, cause you can lose your life in la la land.
Royal blue Dodger hat matched with the blue ring. Royal blue Chuck T's with big blue shoestrings. Not the hockey team, no, we the true kings. Infrared carbine, that's how we do things. Most of these niggas smoke la la, man. You can call this law scandalous a la la land. The home of Tookie, OJ and O'Shea. Think it's for play out here, nigga, okay. The G is over all, y'all just like to hate. And we know dating's old, but we just like to skate. We stay flossing from Carson to Slauson. The grass is greener from here to Pasadena. It's Southern California, but it's still gon' rain. Big bullets get wet and I feel your pain. We love to set, that's all we got out here. It's so cold in these streets that it's hot out here.
Them G's don't play out, la la land is hot. Set up shop, sell them grams and clock. The new slang for Los Angeles is la la land. Yeah. Now he say, she say, I'll get you shot. We just sell them things, evade the cops. Your best come deep, cause you can lose your life in la la land.
It ain't a game out here, you find misery and pain out here. Homie, we hustling in summer, sleet or rain out here. California, ride till we die for the skrill. We claim we do it for survival, but it's all for the thrill. Got to get it with it, spit it, hit it through your fitted, split it, bang on them, so they know that the hood did it, no mistaking. West side rider for real, it's like a demon that's inside us, that incite us to kill. Bang, bang, and lay our life down for the gang. I seen a nigga lose his life for trying to fight for his chain. It ain't a game, it's insane, the whole hood dysfunctional. Retaliation seems like the only time we punctual. That's real, cuz we drink and smoke drugs, but it's something about a gangster, cause bitches just love a thug. I think we got the downest hoes on the earth. The baddest bitches in the world, they come from right off the turf. La la land.
Don't play out, la la land is hot. Set up shop, sell them grams and clock. The new slang for Los Angeles is la la land. Yeah. Now he say, she say, I'll get you shot. We just sell them things, evade the cops. Your best come deep, cause you can lose your life in la la land.
La La Land available on all digital platforms.
Next with Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned.
Black Box Productions.